Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about stuttering tips because I realized that a lot of people have been coming to me on different social media platforms and they've been reaching out asking me what are my stuttering tips, or what do I do to control it or to maintain it, or basically not to make it sound as bad or worse depending on their condition or level of stuttering problems. So I wrote down a list. So basically I'm just going to read off the tips and explain each one as thoroughly as I can. So my number one tip would be breathing. Now I say breathing because a lot of times when we're in conversations and we're having a good time in the conversation, we sometimes forget to breathe and take slow deep breaths after every sentence. Now I know when us stutterers, we get in a conversation and it's really good, we sometimes forget to breathe. Like, you need to breathe after every sentence, maybe after word, maybe after every word, but you must breathe. Breathing sometimes helps the words flow better, and you learn not to tense up as much. That's what I have learned over the years with dealing with my stuttering. Like, once I realized that I breathe before I start a new sentence, it helped me not only to pronounce the words better, but to also say the word better, or to say whatever joke line or sentence better, and the person on the other end can receive it better. Now for my second tip, I say sound out the words beforehand. Now in most cases you probably won't be able to do this one, but if you can, try and sound out the word in your head, like how it should sound like, and try and pronounce it that way. Because 9 times out of 10, the person on the other end is going to try and understand what you mean, and they're going to be like, oh, but don't you mean X, Y, and Z? And then you can nod your head or agree yes, and then y'all continue on with the conversation as such. That would be my second tip. My third tip would be to calm down your thoughts. Now, I know for me personally, I have like 1,001 things going on in my head. So when I actually get a question on one thing, it's like I have to focus all my thoughts on that one question that the person is asking me. And then sometimes things just get jumbled and it's like, okay, yeah. So you really have to calm down your thoughts process and not think so much about a lot of other things at the same time. Because I know when I'm talking and then I think of the next sentence to say, and then after that I confuse the first sentence with another sentence that I'm also thinking about, and then it just gets all jumbled up and it's like, ugh. So just try to calm down your thoughts and really understand the topic of the conversation. If the conversation is a simple yes or no answer, such and such, and if you have other prior information, then say that as well, but in the chronological details as they were said, not confusing like different events for other things, because that can get confusing towards the other person at the end if they do attempt to take the advice or the thing that you said to do. Now, for my final tip, I would say write down what you want to say / pre-plan. This is also another one where it's like, if you can do it, if you can't do it, it's okay. So what I mean by writing it, what I mean by writing it down, I mean sometimes it's better to write down your thoughts on paper and then analyze it better, because sometimes what you say on paper could help you along with presentations, phone calls, talking on the phone with friends, simple things like that. Just being able to write it down on a piece of paper, you actually know what you want to say, but it's a simple fact that you can't say the words a certain way or say it correctly towards the person as you would hope. So this concludes this video for my tips. I know I probably have a little bit more that I probably have a lot more tips, but that's all I'm going to give you for right now. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.